Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Zara Bisek here. So I was thinking, and I've also gone through the good verses lately in Surah Nisa. So that is what I feel the Shias would really like me to bring out to stop killings of the Shias, uh, and also to make the Muslims see that Shias are Muslims, believers, and they're not kafirs, disbelievers. So I'll be going to Surah Nisa ayats, if you will. Be patient with me. So I've seen the good ayats again. Now back to this, my notes. So I asked why the Muslims can see this contradiction. Something took me to Surah Nisa ayat, and then I continued reading it, all that. So there is, you can't kill anyone there, it says, the ayahs, right, if they don't fight you. And I will read out those ayahs. It will take some time. And now here again with this ayat, you can see I haven't drawn any graphs or anything, but just made notes. Right, Surah Anfal ayat 30. And remember, O Prophet, when those who disbelieved plotted against you to restrain you or kill you or evict you from Makkah. So I've taken the bracket word, but that they plan and Allah plans and Allah is the best of planners. Now from Makkah, this in brackets I've taken. You can see the highlighted bold letters in black. So this I've done because it's very important, this part, who these people are who restrained the Prophet, tried to kill him and expel him, evict him. Then we have ayat 32 of same Nisa and Surah Anfal. Remember how they said, "O Allah, if this is indeed the truth from thee, rain down on us a shower of stones from the sky or send us a grievous penalty." I even didn't correct this word form. Okay, it's not important. Then the ayat 33 of Surah Anfal says, "But Allah would not punish them while you, O Muhammad, are among them, and Allah would not punish them while they seek forgiveness." So both of these would apply, or even one of this would apply, one part of this. Surah Anfal ayat 33 would apply to these who did all this to him, ayat 30, right? And they even prayed for Allah to bring down shower stones from the sky and send us a grievous penalty. So very strange is that it's amazing that God did not punish them, even though we're told through the Islamic sources, footnote in Quran.com, that they challenge God to punish them. Indeed, the truth from the rain down on us a shower from the sky. And we would look at it as Muslims that, they were ignorant. So at that time, God did not rain down on them stones or anything. So this time I'm trying to be very soft with the Muslim believers, as I would think, being a Shia Muslim, right? Putting myself in that, back to the Shia Muslim shoes. But Allah would not punish them while you, O Muhammad, are among them. So one, because they didn't ask for any, forgiveness, but here it says, but Allah would not punish them while you, O Muhammad, are among them. And then in Surah Tawbah, the contradiction between these ayats is, against these ayats is this against Surah Anfal ayat 33 is Surah Tawbah ayat 13. It says, will you not fight against those who broke their pledges? So now you would say that they've even broken the pledges. It's time to fight them. Allah has now decided and changed, even though Prophet Muhammad is among them. So will you not fight against those who broke their pledges and did all they could to drive the messenger away and initiated hostilities against you? Initiated hostilities against you. Here we are told this, but in Surah Mumtahana, I think, yes, they're told that Abraham's people told the polytheists that there's enmity between us and all this has arose enmity. So they initiated the enmity, not the polytheists. Abraham's people and Abraham. God told them to say this, right? Do you fear them? Surely, now continuing with the ayah 13, do you fear them? Surely Allah has greater right that you should fear Him if you are true believers. Now 9:14, again I have to go. Same ayah, to fight them, Allah will punish them by your hands and will disgrace them and give you victory over them and satisfy the breasts of a believing people. So this goes against, because now fight them, Allah will punish them by your hands while the messenger is with them. This goes against Surah Anfal ayat 33, while the messenger is among them, but Allah would not punish them while you are among them. But now Allah has decided to punish them, you would say, because they broke the pledges. So fight them, Allah will punish them by your hands and will disgrace them. And so another thing is, before I forget, is that I was on Ex-Muslim Ahmad's channel last night. There's something he said about that ayat of about the book not being sent to Prophet Muhammad, but in Surah Nisa, I see that Allah says the book sent to you, O Prophet, too. So since I found this out, I have to make a correction, right? So what he told the perfect dawah would be wrong, because that book not only is for the Ahl Kitab. Whenever he mentions Ahl Kitab, yes, he mentions Ahl Kitab, but he also, in Surah Nisa, there's a ayat that we sent you the book. So we're going to see that ayat again and make sure that I haven't made any mistakes, so I can correct myself, right? So why have I put here, okay, Surah 48 ayat 11 is those who remain behind of the Bedouins. This is Surah Fat ayat 11. They ask for forgiveness, but then here they're told that say to those, 16 ayat 16, say to those who remain behind of the Bedouins, you will be called to face a people of great military might. You may fight them or they will submit. So this is put. So you kind-hearted Muslims and saying that your religion is of peace may think that this is not at all unjust, right? So also asking myself, like, why can't the Muslims see the discrepancies in the Quran eyes? After I've, anyways, what I have put or not, I don't know, after I have seen and I'm sharing, you still have a soft corner. You see the good ayats, so let me show you the good ayats that you see in this, where another person, an Egyptian, they mentioned the Surah Nisa ayats. It's not opening, so I'm going there. How I searched out this. I'm not going to read the whole Surah Nisa, of course not, but maybe the middle part, because now it's not opening. Why I searched it out, I soon forget. So, obey Allah and obey the Messenger and those from among you who are invested with authority. Which number are we on? 59. Allah doth command you to render back your trust to those to whom they are due. Finding it hard to read it out loud. Have you not seen those who claim to have believed in what was revealed to you and what was revealed before you? They wish to refer legislation to Taghut. And of course, not to forget your one God, and you don't believe in 2, 3 gods. Of course not. But why you don't see the contradiction? Surah Tahrim, the way I was showing you, the way I see it, and in Surah. I don't see it the Shia way anymore. It's not satisfying for me. So I left that behind because I'm not going to do mental gymnastics and try to fit in the reason that Shias give, that he went to please his wives and he broke. Actually, he prohibited himself what Allah had made lawful for him. So sorry, my mind, even though as I was conditioned by Shia, when I read and did my research about this, deeply, closely examining the ayats, it doesn't make, Shia reason also doesn't make sense to me, let alone the Sunni or any Muslim reason. And when they are told, come to that which Allah has revealed and come to the messenger, I think you have a very soft corner also for the messenger and his Ahl al-Bayt. You will notice hypocrites turning away in aversion. So how disaster strikes them. Now where was I? Those are the ones whom Allah knows is we. Okay, there were some believers, perhaps they were like me, who were divided about the hypocrites. So Surah Nisa ayat mentions that too. That why are you divided about the hypocrites? They are not going to, Allah doesn't will them to be guided because they are, we'll just see when it comes, and not that eloquent. And we did not send any messenger except to be obeyed by the permission of Allah. And if by permission of Allah wronged themselves, they had come to you and asked forgiveness of Allah, and the messenger had asked forgiveness for them, they would have found Allah accepting of repentance and merciful. So if they had wronged themselves, but if they had, since we're told to disobey the messenger, Baduans said, please ask for forgiveness for us. But they disobeyed the messenger. They didn't go and help him. Disobeyed. So they were not forgiven. They were asked to face such army. But no, by your Lord, they will not truly believe until they make you, O Muhammad, judge. This, of course, with full submission. And if we had decreed upon them, kill yourselves or leave your homes, they would not have done it. Except for a few of them. But this is what he wants. He wanted, a grandson had to do, right? Is to go. It was like committing suicide against 1,000. No, 3,000. 30,000? 30,000, I don't know, 10,000. Yazid's army. So they will not. I mean, but if we had decreed upon them, kill yourselves or leave, this is not a good. Kill yourselves. Allah would never ask you to kill yourselves, true God. But to put it this way is also misguiding. If we had decreed that to kill yourself, they would have never done it. On the other hand, you're saying, don't kill yourselves. Don't take your lives. Don't kill your children, daughters. And then we would have great... Okay, no problem with this ayat. Where did I start from? And whoever obeys Allah and the Messenger, those will be the ones upon whom Allah has bestowed favor. Of the Prophet's steadfast, what a great company. Bounty of Allah sufficient. Oh, you have believed, take your precautions. certainly among your men who tarry behind. But if bounty comes to you from Allah, He will surely say as if, oh, I wish between you and Him any affection. Great attainment. Okay, this was not the ayat. So let those fight in the cause of Allah who sell the life of this world for the hereafter. And he who fights in the cause of Allah is killed or achieves victory, we will bestow upon him a great reward. And what is the matter with you that you fight not in the cause of Allah for the oppressed among men, women and children who say, our Lord, take us out of this city of oppressive people and appoint for us from yourself a protector and appoint for us from yourself a helper. Good ayahs, right? Very good. Those who believe fight in the cause of Allah, and those who disbelieve fight in the cause of Taghut. So fight against the allies of Satan. Indeed, the plot of Satan has ever been weak. Have you not seen those who were told, restrain your hands from fighting and establish prayer and give zakah? But then when battle was ordained for them, at once a party of them feared men as they fear Allah, or with even greater fear. They said, our Lord, why have you decreed upon us fighting? If only you had postponed it for us for a short time. Say, the enjoyment of this world is little, and the hereafter is better for he who fears Allah. And injustice will not be done to you even as much as a thread or inside a date seed. 78. Wherever these are Surah Nisa'as. Wherever you may be, death will overtake you, even if you should be within towers of lofty construction. But if good comes to them, they say, this is the one I was searching for. But if good comes to them, they say, this is from Allah. So they did believe in Allah. And if evil befalls them, they say, this is from you, meaning Prophet Muhammad. Say, all things are from Allah. All things are from Allah? Evil and good? Because the next ayat doesn't say that. Next ayat has a contradiction. So what is the matter with those people that they can hardly understand any statement, hadith, any statement? Now, 79 says, what comes to you of good is from Allah. So this is what they were saying. And what comes to you of evil is from yourself. Do you see the contradiction here? But he wants to tell you, no, because here, okay, yes, they were saying this is from Allah, and the evil that they say, this is from thee, O Prophet, say all things are from Allah. And then it's say all things are from Allah, like the evil that has befallen us is also from Allah. No, it can't be like that. Because this even if I say it can't be like that, you won't. Sorry, what I mean is 79, Hitler John has come. Ma'am, एक सवाल है जब मोहम्मद किसी गैर मुस्लिम कवायद पर अटैक करता था. Can you please put this in English, Hitler John? Sorry, मुझे अटैक करता था तो वो सुआ क्या है? वो सवा के अजान तक. Sorry, I'm finding it very difficult to read the Roman. Please, can you put this in English, Hitler Jones? What comes to you is of good. ये टॉपिक पे है या टॉपिक के बाहर है अभी? हिटलर जॉन, ये टॉपिक पे है या टॉपिक के बाहर है? या आप चाहते हैं आपको आप मुसलमान हैं? आर यू मुस्लिम? Ex-Muslim, what are you? Please tell me. ये मुझे समझ में नहीं आया, रुकता था। इसका एक हदीस भी है, 9 बताए है, नंबर बताएं। मुझे हदीस के नंबर नहीं आते हैं, सॉरी, माफ़ कर दें। राइट, मेरी मेमोरी बहुत ख़राब है इस चीज़ में। वो अगर आपको हदीसें याद करनी है तो आप वो सर्च कर लें, गूगल सर्च पे आपको हदीस की वेबसाइट मिलेगी, हिटलर जॉन। भाई आप हदीस चाह रहे हैं, तो वो हदीस है, हदीस की वेबसाइट गूगल सर्च करें, कोई भी सर्च, बिंग इंजन है, सर्च इंजन है, वहाँ आप सर्च करें, आपको आपके हदीसेस मिल जाएंगे। आपकी बुक, अगर बुक नहीं है आपके पास तो वो ऑनलाइन पे आपको हदीस भी मिल जाएगी, फ्री है और जल्दी मिल जाएगी। बुक में तो और आपको सर्च करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। अच्छा, माफ़ करना, मुझे ना हदीसें याद आती, या आप, और अगर आप चाहें तो उससे बात कर सकते हैं, अगर इंग्लिश जानते हैं। एक्स मुस्लिम अहमद है ना, उधर आप जा सकते हैं, आप हारिस सुल्तान के पास जा सकते हैं अगर आपको उर्दू पसंद है। इसमें मैं बहुत ख़राब हूँ, इस हदीस और नंबर याद करने में, ठीक है। मेरी मेमोरी बहुत ख़राब है और हदीसों को मैं ज़्यादा नहीं जान सकती हूँ। वैसे अगर आप चाहें मेरे लिए आसानी हो तो आप इंग्लिश में, इंग्लिश लाइक रोमन इंग्लिश में नहीं, उर्दू, आप इंग्लिश में लिखें तो मुझे थोड़ा समझ में आएगा, प्लीज़। थैंक यू सो मच। सॉरी आई कैन नॉट हेल्प यू इन दिस, ठीक है। What comes to you of good is from Allah, but what comes to you of evil is from yourself. And we have sent you, O Muhammad, to the people as a messenger. अब ये अपने आप को जैसे करेक्ट कर रहा है, ही इज़ करेक्टिंग हिमसेल्फ, सॉरी आई एम टॉकिंग टू हिटलर जोन्स अलोन. So here it says, say all things are from Allah, meaning the evil that has come from Prophet. And then if here he's saying, if you, why did I say? But what comes to you of evil is from yourself. Now the thing has changed. Right? And good is from Allah. So that they are right in that. They said that good is coming from Allah. Good comes from Allah. But whatever evil is befalling us is from you. Meaning, I think what they meant to say is that, but evil, they say, this is from thee, O Prophet. Whatever he was saying against them or their gods, or, you know, can you not look at it in this way? When you try to defend him, you look at each side and you look at the soft, you bend towards Prophet Muhammad, right? You look at every side. I know how the Shias, but when it comes to the polytheists, you haven't done thorough research on that. Like, why could they be saying that? Let's look at another way. Let's look at, maybe he was saying bad things to them. Maybe he was saying the punishment will come from Allah if you don't obey me after Allah. If you don't obey Allah, and if you don't take me as the messenger, if you don't believe in me, like in Surah Fat, ayat. Surah Fat ayat says that if you don't believe in Allah and the messenger, both, then there will be a blazing fire for you. So that's why they said, no, Allah has not, Allah hasn't told us this, but you're telling us this. Because remember, whoever these people were also believe in Allah, right? Remember this. Know that this ayat says the disbelievers or whoever they are who don't believe in Prophet Muhammad as the messenger from Allah, thinking he's a false messenger, they still believe in Allah. So have you considered them saying that a bit? Why are they saying this? Maybe they're saying this because of this. Surah Fatah says, believe in Allah and the messenger. Right? Ayat, where is it? Sorry, it has to be like this. As for those who do not believe in Allah and His Messenger, for such unbelievers, we have prepared a blazing fire. 13th ayat of Surah Fat. You see this? So these were the people who believed in Allah, Surah Nisa ayat 77. No, wait, sorry. Has it jumped? 79. What comes to you of good is from Allah, but what comes to you of evil is from yourself. 78. Wherever you are, death will find you out, even if you are in towers built up strong and high. If some good befalls them, they say this is from Allah. But if evil, they say this is from thee, O Prophet. Say, all things are from Allah. You know what this means? That evil that if they feel is befalling them is also from Allah. And you could take it, I mean, you as believers, you would say, oh yes, because they are disbelievers. So they are deluded and thinking that whatever evil is befalling them is because of this prophet, because this prophet is telling them things like wherever death will find you. Maybe they are not worried about death. They're worried about living their life in the most beautiful, great way, letting others live their life and practice their religion. And they are not ardently desirous to be in haste to bring them to the right guidance, because they feel whichever way they go to that God, maybe later, sooner, or maybe later for them, but their God will see to it, right? The one they worship, they see their intention, see their niyat. And maybe many paths to God. So they're not so anxious, worried about it. However you may worship your God, as long as that worship is peace, loving, all that. Not like this ayat which says that don't be faint-hearted and don't call for peace. And you say this is a religion of peace. But in the battle, you are told not to call for peace. Why not? Surah Yasin, it could be any time you could be calling for peace. Even in the battle, does it make you faint-hearted, weak, that you call for peace? And why shouldn't you call for peace? So that also. It should not make you faint-hearted to call for peace against an oppressor. Maybe, just maybe their heart might melt and they might stop fighting you. So this also. Now here you see that what you may be making out of this, being a Muslim, having a soft corner for your Prophet and seeing the great ayahs of peace. Whoever says peace to you, don't call them. Ayat is going to come in Surah Nisa. I'm going to show you. Since I was blamed for not showing you these great ayats, not looking at the good side of Islam, now I'm coming to it. Right? So now what you have missed out on is that did you rule out things like, well, didn't the messengers tell them that if you don't believe in me along with Allah, then blazing fire awaits you? So they said, no, the Allah we worship, right? They could have said, the Allah we worship doesn't tell us to believe in you along with him. And so we see, and because of that ayat, you can see clearly, I showed you. Surah Fat ayat. As for those who do not believe in Allah and His Messenger, for such unbelievers, we have prepared a blazing fire. This is justice, on justice. Now this warning has come to them on just not believing in Allah and His Messenger, along with Allah His Messenger. Then indeed we have prepared for the disbelievers a blazing fire. a blaze. So it awaits you. It awaits them, right? Maybe for this reason they said, no, the Allah we believe in has not shown us a sign that a messenger is coming to us and you are the messenger. Like they called out to the Lord. They said, "O Lord, O Allah." They didn't even say Lord. They said, "O Allah, bring down on us clay and all this. Painful punishment if this is the truth." But no punishment came on them. Right? Consider all that regarding these points I'm giving you. This is from Allah on this point. But if evil, they say, yeah, when some good befalls them, they say this is from Allah. But evil, they say this is from thee, O Prophet. Say all things are from Allah. Now consider all the possibilities. Yeah. Why they must have said this. And if, like, the God must have said, in adversity, remain patient, right? Against your enemy, remain patient. But then His Allah also blames these people who haven't, how bad they are, who don't go by their holy books and religion. They've left their religion and all this. So aren't they allowed to say this? That no. Yes, all there are adversities in this life, but what good comes is from Allah. So, but here all things are from Allah, he says. That's not the way to answer them. In the next ayat, you're saying, what comes to you of good is from Allah. Yes, but what comes to you of evil is from yourself. And they thought that this Prophet Muhammad was evil. That's why he was giving them evil. Evil was coming from him to them, against them. And didn't they had a reason to think that way. And we have sent you, Muhammad, to the people as a messenger, and sufficient is Allah's witness. They were standing in front of Allah, their idol or something, saying, Allah, send on us rain of clay and all this. Punishment, punish us, punish us. Surah Anfal, ayat 32. But no. Allah cannot punish you until among you is this messenger. 33 says Surah Anfal. Okay? So like this, okay. Now I feel the Shias even lagged behind in doing proper research. Think from all sides, neutrally first. He who obeys the messenger has obeyed Allah. 80 ayat now. You see, this is associating with Allah. Also, 80 ayat of Surah Nisa. Obedience to the messenger is equivalent to the obedience to Allah. But those who turn away, we have not sent you over them as a guardian. Okay, but then there are the ayats, if you disobey, the ayats which in Surah Azab, which number is it, that you will be flipping your faces in the fire, saying, oh, we wish we had obeyed Allah and the messenger, both. And there are ayats where if you disobey the messenger and Allah, because the Yathrib people disobeyed, what happened to them? The houses were broken, the trees were cut down, and they were expelled from their homeland. 81. And they say, we pledge obedience, but when they leave you, a group of them spend the night determining to do other than what you say. But Allah records what they plan by night. So leave them alone and rely upon Allah, and sufficient is Allah as the disposer of affairs. This is very good ayat. But it doesn't go like that later on in the later Surah Tawbah ayats, Surah Hashar ayats. Then do they not reflect upon the Quran, which I did? If it had been from any other than Allah, they would have found within it much contradiction, which I did, which you don't agree, Muslims don't agree to, the contradictions. Even at times departing from reason of the Quran. If Quran says use your reason, otherwise God would put abomination on you, writs. So you've got such a soft corner and you're so brainwashed by these ayats, great ayats. And when you see them here, I'm reading them out one by one, loading. I have some technical internet problems, slow internet. And okay, now continuing, sorry, sometimes I won't read the number of the ayat, 83 now. And when there comes to them something, information about public security or fear, they spread it around. Evil. But if they had referred it back to the messenger or to those of authority among them, then the ones who draw correct conclusions from it would have known about it. And if not for the favor of Allah upon you and His mercy, you would have followed Satan, except for a few. However, so fight, O Muhammad, now fight. So fight, O Muhammad, in the cause of Allah. You are not held responsible except for yourself. And encourage the believers to join you, that perhaps Allah will restrain the military might of those who disbelieve, and Allah is greater in might and stronger in exemplary punishment. No problem with this. You can fight those for out of defense. Whoever intercedes for a good cause will have a share therefrom, and whoever intercedes for an evil cause will have a share. We have no problem with this. But I just want to show, not even like a great ayat, I also want to show you. And when you are greeted with a greeting, greet with the one better than it, or at least return it in a like manner. Indeed, Allah is ever over all things an accountant. Right? Very good ayat. Great ayat. Allah, there is no deity except Him. Very good. You're Allah, one Allah. Worship one Allah. There are no two gods or three gods. But for me, no. I don't see that very good now. He will surely assemble you for account on the day of resurrection, about which there is no doubt. And who is more truthful than Allah in statement? What is the matter with you that you are two groups concerning the hypocrites? Now there were some Sahabas who were divided between two viewpoints, whether or not they should be fought and killed, i.e., I can go to the multilingual Quran and show you the Shia if there is a commentary under this ayat, Surah Nisa ayat 88. Whether they should be fought and killed. Like in Surah Azab ayat 60, we're told the hypocrites and one whose hearts is a disease and those who spread rumors, if they do not cease, then we will arouse them. We will arouse you against them. So what is the matter with you? Now I also have doubt with you that you are two groups concerning the hypocrites, while Allah has made them fall back into error and disbelief for what they earned. Footnotes, let's see, as a result of their disobedience and disloyalty. Okay? Do you wish to guide those whom Allah has sent astray? Now, can you believe these hypocrites? These believers. Like, let's say, can I say Umar bin Khattab, Abu Bakr? They were like, don't kill, don't fight them, don't kill these hypocrites. Because isn't this what the Prophet did later on? Arouse you, Allah arousing them to fight them and completely kill them. Surah Azab at 62. Doesn't matter what the Shia commentators say, that in the life of Prophet Muhammad never has been furnished, example has been given that they did this. But Imam Ali would do it, and thereafter the Mahdi will do it. Now I think the Shias also should ponder about these Sahabas who thought, I don't think these hypocrites should be fought just because they're hypocrites. Let's keep guiding them. Let's keep going after them. I mean, if they come to you, if they harm you, okay, little harm here and there. But if they're not fighting you, why should you fight them, right? Or why should you call them to face such an army? Surah Fatah at 16 against Bedouins. So please tell me, I'm here for perhaps 43 minutes have gone, right? Muslims, these are your Sahabas divided about these hypocrites, i.e., divided between two viewpoints, whether or not they should be fought and killed, the hypocrites. This means that you fight them and kill them. This means you fight them and kill them, right? When they don't want to fight you. Think deeply about this also. So Muslims, I'm with that group of Muslims who say, no, don't fight these hypocrites and don't kill them. And so cancel Surah Azab ayat 60 against hypocrites and those in whose hearts is the disease. I haven't reached the rumor mongers. Please have a look at this. Deeply think about it. I'm going to the other ayat now. They wish you would disbelieve. So now you're being told that what harm these hypocrites will be doing to you. They wish you would disbelieve as they disbelieved, so you would be alike. So do not take from among them allies until they emigrate for the cause of Allah. Now, I think Abu Bakr, Umar bin Khattab were their friends. That's what Abu Sufyan's friends and all this, right? Not sure. So now you're not supposed to take them as friends until they emigrate for the cause of Allah. Jihad, they struggle against themselves, become Muslims. Become Muslims. But if they turn away, then seize them and kill them for their betrayal. Wherever you find them, and take not from among them any ally or helper. Right? Now we have a great verse coming. 90. Oh, Shias, get up. Like this, I tell you. Except for those who take refuge with the people between yourselves and whom is a treaty or those. So Prophet Muhammad made a treaty with the polytheists. Right? And maybe you say, Umar bin Khattab was saying, no. This is too much for this Treaty of Hudaybiyah, too much. You're giving them too much. But he got Medina. Umar bin Khattab is saying, no, don't. Your Prophet is, so here, except for those who take refuge with the people between yourself. Abu Sufyan has come. Okay, we take refuge. Between yourselves and whom is a treaty, or those who come to you in their hearts strained at the prospect of fighting you or fighting their own people. As if they were fighting their own people. Okay, but still, fighting their own people. Generally, we take it for all ages also. And if Allah had willed, He could have given them power over you, and they would have fought you. As if the polytheists didn't have power over you at that time to fight you. The Jews and please. And if Allah had willed, He could have given them. Okay, so if they remove themselves from you and do not fight you and offer you peace, then Allah, now they are offering you peace, yes, because they're corrupt. Then Allah has not made for you a cause for fighting against them. Shias are stuck on this ayat like anything. Very great. And the other, all you Muslims, but I'm stressing on the Shias. And those fringe ones who say, Islam is a religion of peace. And they don't even, they say all this about, fighting the Shias, calling them kafirs. This is not Islam. Assaulting them. Okay. Yeah, look, the ayat is coming. This is great. You will find others who wish to obtain security from you. They've come to obtain security from you. Otherwise, you would fight them. Right? That's what that earlier ayat was saying. The two groups were divided. Fight these on whether we should fight or kill them. So no, don't kill them, don't fight them. You will find others who wish to obtain security from you and to obtain security from their people. The people also wish to fight them. Every time they are returned to the influence of disbelief, they fall back into it. So if they do not withdraw from you or offer you peace, or restrain their hands, then seize them and kill them wherever you overtake them. Wait. Another great ayat that's coming after this. And those we have made for you against them a clear authorization. But wait, Baduans, what happened? They returned back to disbelief. They fell back. They said, we don't want to help. We're busy with our property and our family. But they were asked to face such a mighty army. Either they don't, the other party submits, doesn't fight back, or they obey the order of Prophet Muhammad, which is equivalent to Allah's order. So if they do not withdraw from you or offer you peace, restrain their hands and seize them and kill them wherever you overtake them. And those we have made for you against them a clear authorization. Then we come to 92. And never is it for a believer to kill a believer. Okay. Oh, sorry. This is for the believers. But whoever kills a believer, this is for the believers. But for those who are disbelievers and hypocrites, great ayats I've just read out. Oh, you have believed, when you go forth to fight in the cause of Allah, investigate and do not say to one who gives you a greeting of peace, you are not a believer. Shias, get up. For you, for the Sunnis who say you are, if a Shia tells you I'm a peace, any Sunni who calls a Shia a disbeliever, what happened? He's going against Islam, right? You are not a believer. Aspiring for the goods of worldly life, for with Allah are many acquisitions. But this is not enough, you see. There are other ayahs. You yourselves are like that before. The Sunnis will tell you there are other ayahs. For with Allah are many accusations. You yourselves were like that before. Then Allah conferred His favor, guidance upon you. So investigate. Instead, Allah is ever of what you do, aware. So if you go to an Imam Bargav Shia, don't go with the suicide bomb. Don't go to England or some area in America with the suicide bomb when they have offered you peace. Peaceful, prosperous living. What's wrong in that? A good life, security, peace. Oh, you have believed. When you go forth to fight in the cause of Allah, investigate. Do not say to one who gives you a greeting of peace, you are not a believer. Okay, so I've read the whole ayat and part of it again. Now it's 95. Not equal are those believers remaining at home, other than the disabled, the mujahideen who strive and fight in the cause of Allah with their wealth and their lives. Allah has preferred the mujahideen through their wealth and their lives over those who remain behind. But they are still called believers here. So what happened to the Baduans? Surah Fatah. They lagged behind. And they even asked for, and you're saying that they were Muslims, they're supposed to help. There you're saying they're supposed to obey Prophet Muhammad. However, here it is saying, not equal are those believers remaining at home. But they are not equal other than the disabled, the mujahideen, in the cause of Allah with their wealth and their lives. Allah has preferred the mujahideen through their wealth and their lives over those who remain behind of the believers, right? Just prefer them. So those who you have called your Muslim believers, come with me. I'm going to Makkah, conquest of Makkah, remember? What happened in Surah Fatayat against the Bedouins? Punishment due for them until they obey the order that they should have gone with Prophet Muhammad as mujahideens to Makkah. Whether Abu Sufyan gives the keys peacefully or they fight, we don't know, but they're going there and you help. They're going, emigrating as mujahideen for the cause of Allah. Although they're not equal that who sat behind, but they were called to fight. A mighty army. Surah Fat, ayat 16. You want to see? Okay. Degrees of high position from him, and forgiveness and mercy. Indeed, those whom the angels take in death while wronging themselves. You want to see that ayat? I can show you in my notes. I think I have it. So the other one here, 48:16. Say to those who remain behind of the Bedouins, you will be called to face a people of great military might. You may fight them or they will submit. So if you obey, meaning Prophet Muhammad, same. Surah Nisa ayat 80. Allah will give you a good reward. But if you turn away as you turned away before, He will punish you with a painful punishment. Why? Prophet Muhammad needs I think, they didn't need spoils of war. Prophet Muhammad needs their houses. Surah Hashar needs their irrigated well, those palm trees, oases. That's what happened, Surah Hashar ayahs. Isn't it coming to you now? So now I've gone through the good ayahs with you, hand in hand, to show you it was tough. It's been tough for me. Indeed, those whom the angels take while wronging themselves will say, in what condition were you? They will say, we were oppressed in the land. The angels will say, was not the earth of Allah spacious enough for you to emigrate therein? Why couldn't Prophet Muhammad leave Medina? I even used this verse for Surah Hashar ayahs. For those, their refuge is hell, and evil it is as a destination, if you don't help yourselves against oppressors. Except for the oppressed among men, women, and children, who cannot devise a plan, nor are they directed to a way. But Prophet Muhammad had a chance to leave that city which wasn't even his, Yathrib. For those it is expected that Allah will pardon them, and Allah is ever pardoning and forgiving. And whoever emigrates for the cause of Allah will find on the earth many alternative locations and abundance. And whoever leaves his home as an emigrant to Allah and His Messenger, then death, this is association with Allah and His Messenger. Why should they? Some of them believe in Allah but don't believe in this Messenger. And I saw that I couldn't believe in him. Surah Tahrim ayat 1, whatever reasons Sunni Shias may give, all Muslims unanimously give. I found him a false prophet. In Surah Tahrim ayat 1, Surah Azab ayat 36, 37, fourth marriage of Zainab to Zayd, then the marriage breaks. I read the tafsirs of both of them, pointed out the mistakes and showed you this. No, here, look. Okay? and death overtakes him, his reward has already become incumbent. That's okay. Now, what's more, when you go forth journeying in the land, there is no blame on you if you shorten the prayer. That's not required for you believers. But any other compensation made for the disbelievers, the hypocrites, but there is no blame upon you if you are troubled by rain or ill, putting down your arms. This is for you disbelievers when you're fighting, when you're in the battlefield. And when you have completed the prayer, remember Allah standing. I think this is enough, right? For now. And second, not in following up the enemy. If you are suffering hardships, they are suffering similar hardships, but you have hope from Allah while they have none. And Allah is full of knowledge and wisdom. Indeed, we have, sorry, well, yes. Indeed, we have revealed to you, O Muhammad, the book and truth. Oh, so here it is. So I just need to say that the book, it says book here. So what I was saying earlier, Kitab, indeed we have sent down to you. Now it doesn't say Muhammad, the book with the truth, so that you may judge between the people. Yeah, Muhammad is the book is yeah. Even though it doesn't say Prophet Muhammad, it refers to Prophet Muhammad, and they rightfully do put his name in bracket. Oh Muhammad. So the book has come down. Kitaba, may judge between the people and that which Allah has shown you, and do not be further deceitful and advocate. And seek forgiveness of Allah. Indeed, Allah is ever forgiving and merciful. So humbly, as a prophet, we say that Allah said this to him, meaning He is teaching us to seek forgiveness. Even when the prophet is seeking forgiveness for himself. And seek forgiveness of Allah. For whom? Like, just keep seeking forgiveness of Allah. It's a good deed, even though you're not a sinner. And do not argue on behalf of those who deceive themselves. So don't argue. Indeed, Allah loves not one who is a habitually sinful deceiver. They conceal their evil intentions and deeds from the people, but they cannot conceal them from Allah. And He is with them in His knowledge when they spend the night in such as He does not accept of speech, and ever is Allah of what they do encompassing. Here you are, those who argue on their behalf in this worldly life, those who will argue with Allah for them on the day of resurrection. Who will then be their representative? And whoever does a wrong or wrongs himself but then seeks forgiveness of Allah will find Allah forgiving and merciful. I think this is about the hypocrites. Again, those Sahabas who were divided, and whoever i.e. commits a sin, only earns it, saying that Allah will not forgive them, so let them, try to defend these hypocrites if they want to defend. Chicken Wing Steve is here. Between the Surah 8, Ayah 33 and Surah Tawbah at 14, I see no contradiction. It says that Allah will not punish them in Surah Anfal Ayah 33, while 14 says that humans can punish them. Excuse me. Where are my notes here? Sorry, what are you saying? Humans can punish them? Allah will punish them by humans' hand, and Prophet Muhammad was among them. I see a contradiction. I don't know why you don't see a contradiction. Chicken Wing Steve. But Allah would not punish them while you, O Muhammad, are among them. So Muhammad was among them. Surah Tawbah at 14 says, fight them, Allah will punish them by your hands. 9:14 says that humans can punish them. Yes, Allah will punish them by your hands. So you don't see a contradiction in this. But it is Allah's punishment, right? In Surah Tawbah at 14. Through humans. Chicken Wing Steve, it is Allah's punishment, right? And the messengers among them. Technically, it's our hands who punish them. He only gives us the force to do so, no? What technically are you saying? It's very, very clear that Allah will not punish them, here it says. Right? When the messengers among, that's the point, among them, whether he does it through the people or he does it directly. No, technically, you're wrong. You're wrong. Because any kind of punishment, it just says here that Allah will not punish them. But it says here, Allah punished them through your hands. But Allah punished them, right? However He may punish them through a disaster or what they asked for, the way they asked for the punishment, it doesn't matter. As long as the messengers among them, Allah will not punish them. So technically you're wrong. Even. Why can't you see this? Okay, I will ponder over this verse and think further. Thank you. You're most welcome. Thank you. I hope you ponder. Yes, please do that and ponder over what I've said. Right? Because technically it's our hands who punish. No, actually what it would mean, if Allah would not punish them while you, O Muhammad, are among them, would be that even through the hands of the believers, even through the hands of the believers. They asked Allah to punish them. But Allah will not punish them, whether it's through how they ask for the punishment or through Allah sending it through the, what does it say here? Oh Allah, if this is indeed the truth from Thee, rain down on us a shower of stones from the sky, or send us a grievous penalty. Or send us a grievous penalty. Now this grievous penalty could be through the believers. You see this part. Or send us a grievous penalty in Surah Anfal ayat 32. Do you see this chicken wing, Steve? Now this grievous penalty could be through the believer's hands. Thus there is a contradiction. Chicken wing Steve. Surah Tawbah at 14. Excuse me, yeah? Do you see it, Chicken Wing Steve? And if you want to ponder over it more, you can ponder over it more. But I will explain to you today. Show you. You see here again. Then ponder over it. Thank you for coming here. Again, I'm much appreciative of that. I'm after the truth, nothing but the truth. All right? So, because they said 30 in 32 ayat Anfal, Surah Anfal, O Allah, if this is indeed the truth from thee, seems like they were very desperate, extremely desperate, because they also believe in Allah, right? Rain down on us a shower of stones from the sky, or send us a grievous penalty. Now, this grievous penalty could be what it is, but it's later, and it's when the messenger is still with them. Surah Tawbah 14, fight them. Allah will punish them by your hands and will disgrace them and give you victory over them and satisfy the breasts of a believing people. Okay, so I was about to go, and do you need do I have to explain further so you can, it will help you ponder over this, or I leave it to you? I trust you would be you would do justice. Be, honest with yourself, please. So ponder over it, take time, go through. Thank you very much. I'm much grateful. Hitler John, I apologize greatly again. बहुत बहुत मुझे माफ़ कर दें. मुझे समझ में नहीं आया सही तरह, मेरा दिमाग इधर है. तो आप गूगल सर्च करके वो, अगर आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं तो फिर बाद में हम देख सकते हैं. बाद में आप आएँ प्लीज़. माफ़ करना, आई एम ट्रबलिंग यू अबाउट दैट. Or chicken wing, Steve, thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. Please do ponder over this. You see, I'm after the truth, and I had to become neutral to research. I was a Shia Muslim. I loved my religion. I was proud of my Shiite religion. But I was not, I mean, who would want to leave that religion, right? But what I've left behind is not easy. It was extremely painful. Even now, yesterday, I was like in fits, very much in pain. Now I've gone through the good ayats for the disbelievers, and I've explained that in Surah Nisa, trying to show you how just they are, how true these ayats have come across. And you can see them, do your research, closely examine it like I have guided you to do so. So that's hopefully true guidance, right? True showing, as honest as I could be. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Thank you, Chicken Wing Steve. God bless you. Your country, your people. Hitler Joan, you too. Your country, your people. Wish you a wonderful life, wonderful day, blessed day always.